That's actually kind of spectacular. It's the lights of, I don't know, Hood River probably. Lots of lights. So I did not cowboy camp. What I did was I found 2 sticks because the sticks are plentiful, and I was able to put up my tent. And there was no bugs or anything like that. But I'm not a cowboy camping type. I don't know. I'll do it one day, but it wasn't today. Here's where I stayed last night. There was 2 campsites. There was a thru hiker here from Holland going northbound, and I stayed over here. And it was the first campsite that I came across after getting to the ridge line. So it was here or never. And I guess there's one more back there. And then the trail. So this is what it looks like otherwise. So there was no place to throw down a tent really. It's all sticks and brush and stuff. This is bear grass. When it's flowering, it looks like white fireworks. Lots of little white flowers all kind of in a splay. But they're super tall and robust. And I don't know if the bears eat them or not, but it's kind of magical. Here's a isolated burn area here. You can see that the forest is fine. Just that one section. It's morning, and the trail just rides a ridge here. It's flat to my right, and to my left it just drops off. Sun rising. Probably a view of the mountain at some point. Nice, flat. You just kind of ride the ridge. I think I did all the hard work yesterday. At some point I'll drop down to Watham Lake. Wow, this is one of those all grown up. It's breakfast time, and what do I have? I have a peach. The beauties of short hikes. And then I'll make my protein powder breakfast drink, and I'll take my vitamin, and that way I'll live forever. Wow, look at this campsite. Got a little fire pit. Nice little flat spot. See the sunrise. Okay, first view of Mount Hood. So I talked to the thru hiker on the PCT this morning actually, and he's from Holland, and he said that he went over the Sierra no problem, and has just raged across Oregon. Oregon's comparatively easy, less high peaks, but you can just do 20 miles a day, he said, every day. And then he's gonna be pulling into Cascade Locks, which is, I think that was the city that the lights I saw. The way the trail doubles back, you see Cascade Locks from above. And he's going to the ice cream place, because there's a soft serve place right by the post office where a lot of thru hikers get their packages, and people walk out with those, you know, frosty serve, but 1.5 feet above the cone, just like, you know, the twirls, the swirls. So they're excited about that. But of course, every time you go into a town, to get out of a town, you go straight up. Because I basically went straight up out of the town. So you go down to the water, then you have to go back up. So you could eat your fill, but then you got to carry it out of there. Plus you're fully laden with all your resupply. But he said he lost 12 kilos. That's like 24 pounds probably. But he said he's leveled off. When you're on the trail, you lose weight. Hopefully not too much. These are thimbleberries. They're not quite ripe yet, but they're kind of like a really kind of a dry, less sweet raspberry. Okay, here's thimbleberry. And it looks like that one's ripe. Ripe enough to eat. So you can see it. Kind of looks like a dried raspberry. There it goes. CD. Not that sweet. Okay, that's the first huckleberry I've seen. And it is huckleberry season, so I'm hoping they'll be larger and more plentiful. Here I'm riding kind of a humpback ridge, and you can see that the wildfire must have come up the slope on the right, you know, going up, and then it didn't cross over. There's still lots of green trees on the left. Overgrown section. I'm wearing my gaiters, which is what I should have worn yesterday, but I didn't. And that was the poison oak. I got no poison oak on me, so that was a success. And here it looks like we bust out into the open. Looks like a rocky trail. Sometimes you can see little varmints living in here, making cute little noises. They look like groundhogs or something. That's probably Mount Adams in Washington. No view of Mount Hood here. And look, there's Mount St. Helens in the distance. The other one's got a flat top. So that's Washington direction. There's Mount Hood peeking in around that little hill there. This trail goes pretty much straight to it. And it kind of swings off to the right and goes around the mountain as part of the Timberline Trail, which I am doing in a couple weeks with one of my sons. So it won't have me solo. And we're gonna do 2 days, 20 miles, death march, probably some night hiking. This is fireweed, I think. And because it's one of the first species of wildflowers that comes back after the fires. And it's all surrounded by bare grass. Rock pile to the left. This is what little rocks look like when they grow up. You can tell they're older because they're larger. You got it all. There's bare grass down there. That is thimbleberry, and over there is a fireweed right there. Indian paintbrush, beautiful. You can see how the flowers are really just red leaves. Yeah, here's a bunch. Oh, they're waving hello. Does not go in. Perfect sphere in nature. Just amazing. There's a columbine. You can see where the bees go right in to get the nectar, and on the way they pass the pollen there at the end of those little anther things. I'm in what they call the ghost forest. You can see there's a lot of wood. It's all dead. Just stand straight up. Here's a good shot. Spooky. Hey, this is cool. I call this a chimney. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's chimney 1 or 2. Okay, here I'm at chimney 4 here with a big view of Mount Adams with that layer of smoke haze from the wildfire, and then the valley just yawns below. There she is. I'm way up high.